What's going on, guys? My name is Unsheathed, and today we're going to be going over a quick class setup for the M4. This is a class that I enjoy using, and I found to be what works best for me. What I was kind of going for is just as much ADS speed as I could possibly get, as well as some range down here. But before we jump into the M4 itself, I'll go over the perks and stuff like that. Um, so secondary weapon, this is literally your preference. I want to get a gold deagle at some point, so I'm just kind of using it anytime I need to quickly weapon swap. I haven't really started really going for it, but the 357 Magnum is also pretty decent, and it's got like a shotgun attachment that you can get for it, which is disgusting. But pick any secondary that works for you. Launchers, you want to run a knife, be a knifey boy, go for it. All up to you. Perks. I was doing a challenge to try and get some scavenger packs, but I would either run cold blooded or double time. I switch between these two pretty often. For perk 2, I would say ghost. Keep you off those pesky UAVs and stuff like that. Ooh, high alert could be decent. Maybe restock as well, but definitely shoot for ghost. And for a third perk, again, I was kind of going for a challenge here, but I would say battle hardened. Tune-up is also a really good option. Spotter is good if you're going up against some enemies that are using a lot of equipment like claymores and bouncing betties and stuff like that, and or tracker. The third perk slot has a lot of good options, so don't be afraid to pick between any of those. For equipment, your lethal and stuff like that, I'm running a Semtex. Again, this is all personal preference. Same thing with your tactical. I prefer stim, so you can heal up really quick. It takes a minute to recharge your health in this game, and the fast time to kill and everything. Stim is what I go for. By all means, use whatever you want. Alright, so now to get into the meat and potatoes of everything, I'll go over M4 attachments. I did just get my M4 gold and maxed out and everything, so got some hype for that. Got my little Stussy charm, hell yeah. But anyway, so for our muzzles, the monolithic suppressor is very good. I probably wouldn't pick anything else. So yeah, I would say shoot for the monolithic suppressor. Our barrel, this one is kind of up to y'all. I was using the tac light. You could also go with the commando for a little bit closer quarters and stuff like that. So one of those two. This one will be a little bit quicker. You'll be able to run around a little bit faster for those close range engagements. But the FSS 14.5 inch tac light is also a very good barrel for this. Gives you ADS speed, lose some bullet velocity, but that's okay. Commando, ADS speed and some movement speed, which is always nice. But you lose some bullet velocity and recoil control. So if you're not very good at recoil control and you want to keep it up a little bit, definitely go with the tac light. Don't put a laser on there unless I'm going for hip fire kills. And an optic. This is also kind of personal preference. Sometimes I'll run an optic and whatnot. And if I am going to run an optic, I'll remove the stock and throw an optic on there. But for an optic, I'll usually run just, let's see, where's it at here? The GI Mini Reflex is pretty solid. Also, Operator Reflex side is pretty good. I also was using a canted hybrid sight. It's kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. It gives you 3.25 times scope on there, but also as you can see, it's got a canted sight on there, a canted red dot. So while you're ADSing with the scope to look at, where'd it go? As I said, it's got the canted red dot on there. So when you zoom in with the ACOG scope on there, you just there'll be a button prompt depending on what console you're on. I'm on PC, so for me, I have it put on my 4 button on my mouse. So this is also a pretty good little sight. But for stock, running the Forge Tac CQS. Aim down sight speed, like I said, this is kind of what we were shooting for here. Really good. ADS in this game, pretty slow, so you need to be able to engage targets a little bit faster. So just keep that in mind. That's kind of what this build was going for, is just fast engagement. Underbarrel, I need to mess around with these a little bit more. Right now I'm running the Commando foregrip. Recoil stabilization and aiming stability. Aiming stability, I know, is when your gun, like while you're holding down ADS, it's how much your gun kind of bounces around. But that's kind of what I'm running. Merc foregrip, not so much because it lowers our ADS speed. Tactical foregrip, maybe if you want a little bit more movement. Ranger foregrip, any of these would be solid options. This one, again, it kind of lowers our ADS speed. And then same thing with the operator for. Need to mess around with them a little bit more. And you can do the same, mess around with any of those. But definitely throw a grip on there. Which one you prefer most. Don't run anything in the ammunition slot. I play aggressive enough that I don't need more rounds, and I'm able to get to cover. I try and stay in as much cover as I possibly can, so I don't have an issue with having to reload. But our next attachment here is our rear grip. Stipple grip tape is fantastic. Sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. That's crazy good. Like I said, you want those fast engagements, so you're able to engage much quicker with this attachment on there. So definitely go for that. And I don't run anything in the perk slot. If you really wanted to, you might be able to. You didn't want to run like an optic, you could take your stock off and throw on one of these perks. Sleight of hand is very good. FMJ is good because I've noticed in this game bullet penetration, like through objects and stuff, it's almost non-existent unless it's like actually a piece of cardboard sitting on the wall, or plywood rather. So yeah, that's kind of the M4 setup that I'm really enjoying. If you have any questions or anything like that, or any comments, please leave them down below. I'd greatly appreciate y'all's input. And I hope you enjoyed today's class setup for the M4A1. I'm Unsheathed. Hit that subscribe button, excuse me, and hit that bell to get notifications. Thank you all. Get out there and start grinding for that Damascus. It's going to take you a minute. I know it's going to take me forever. Peace out, guys.